Hello, welcome to the Scotch Whiskey Taste Challenge. I'm trying to compensate for some coming days in which I know I'm not going to be able to do taste challenges, so just trying to sort of eat up those days and not lose those days for the taste challenges. I have Grant's introduced 1887. I haven't been touched with it. It's only tied one time and it's lost all the rest. It seems harsh, grainy, just harsh grain alcohol. Robert the Whiskey Scout said, you might have gotten a bad bottle. It seems so unlikely that I would have gotten a bad bottle. He said, but it does happen. Well, it could be, but I'm not going to go buy another bottle. You know, I paid $21.99 for the big handle bottle, 1,750 milliliters. But honestly, I was listening to commentary from other viewers, and they were saying, yeah, it's kind of grim, this stuff. And my friend David was saying he didn't like it, but he never did a review with me. He probably won't. It'd be interesting. I wish he would do a a duo review with me. But he's very antagonistic toward Grant, so I don't know how open-minded he'd be able to be with it. But then maybe I'm guilty of bias as well with these things, and that's why I do the blind taste test, because I don't want to be biased. But it's probably happened many times. But here's the Chivas Regal. This is from 1938, but it's not the original because it used to be 86.6 proof. Now it's 80 proof. They've watered down a lot of these brands. Look, Grant's was too, 86.6. But they brag about how great the 12-year age is. It's their flagship, their introductory model. I haven't been totally thrilled with this product, to tell you the truth. I haven't been thrilled at all. Is it bad? No. It isn't bad. It's not even close to bad. It's just bland. In my assessment, it's a bit dull. Now I have the Mitsunara. I plan to buy many of the other Chivas Regal higher grade products, and they'll probably be a lot better. I don't know. I'll take the little foil cap off. It's a plastic cap. It's not too fancy, you know, it's just a plastic twist cap. I didn't put a link to Chivas. I put a link to Chivas Brothers. That way you can click and go to the actual brand link. But I wanted to put this link so you can see all the different brands that they make. Probably more than this, but these are the ones that they choose to show. Chivas, Ballantine's, the Glenlivet, Longmorn, Abalur, Royal Salute, Scapa, 100 Pipers, Clan Campbell, Something Special, Passport Scotch. And that's what they're showing. Is there more? Probably. These companies have a tendency to show what they feel like showing, and then there's other stuff in reserve. Something Special. I'd try it from 17.3. But that's for another time, another place. For the Chivas. Well, when they first came out with Chivas Regal in 1909, yeah, the company goes back to 18. This is an August 1st, 2018 bottle, by the way. Goes back to 1801, right? 1801. It was a grocery store, Chivas Brothers grocery store, and then it became a Scotch company. So the Chivas is about $35 a bottle. 35 bucks. The price will be the same everywhere. I mean, it might be $1 more, $1 less. I don't know, but it's, you pour too much. It's going to be about that. Grants for the 750. We talking about, say, $15.99, 16 bucks. So $16 versus 35. Well, that gives Grants the advantage, you see, because 16 times 2 is 32, so it's more than twice the amount. So theoretically, to be fair, the Grants would have to be twice as good. Sorry, the Chivas Regal would have to be twice as good. And I really don't know. I don't think it is, but these are both gold. The Grants is slightly lighter. You could probably see that. The Grants is slightly lighter. Not enough to where it's going to make a great difference, I don't think. The Spank Monkey says, what is the difference between American whiskey and Scotch whiskey? Honestly, one is made in America and one is made in Scotland. That's really the main difference. Sounds like a sarcastic answer, right? But it's not. That's really the main difference. Also, the process is different. Scotch tends to be, they tend to use malted barley that's roasted over a peat fire made with peat, which they dig out of the ground. It's like soil that you can burn. American whiskey might use like charcoal or natural gas fire. You know, it's not gonna have that peatiness and that smokiness. So Scotch tends to be a lot smoky nose in the taste, like smoke, like you think of smoked pork. Now, the Grants, no smoke, no peat. It's just grain whiskey in the flavor, much like many American grain whiskeys, say like a 10 High blended bourbon. Grants isn't that much different, except 10 High would have more barrel char. You're going to get some more charred oak. But yeah, it's the same type of thing. They're more common. An inexpensive Scotch is probably more alike an American blended whiskey than unalike. You know what I'm saying? Than differentiated. So it's really just one's from Scotland, one's from America. Okay, let's check it out. I poured too much, so I'm gonna save these for the rest of the day. I know I'm not gonna do another taste challenge today, nor tomorrow, so I can just sip on this over an extended period of time. Won't matter. Yeah, grain alcohol, man. What's grain alcohol? They take grain, such as corn. They distill it. They make clear alcohol with it. You say, oh, you mean moonshine. Exactly. Now they can age it in uncharred wood, which would be corn whiskey if it was at least 51% corn. Then we would have what we call straight corn whiskey if they age at least 2 years. Not a common product, but you can find it if you look around. If they took that same product, that same thing, and if it was at least 51% corn, they could age it in charred oak barrels that have never been used before, charred oak. Then it's bourbon. Age it 2 years, at least it's straight bourbon. Now, if you had a used barrel, they could just call it American whiskey, you see. That same thing you could take to Scotland, and if you put in about 20% single malt whiskey, Speyside, Highland, Lowland, Islay, or one of them, all four of them, two of them, three of them, whatever. Blended that in at about an 80-20 ratio. Age it for 3 years, you got Scotch. May not be any good, but you got it. This is grain, but there's a little bread dough. It's a little muted in the nose, which is a good sign, because the Grants, my recollection is, was a harsh attack in the nose, and not a particularly pleasant attack. Yeah. When I was sloshing it around, I guess I sloshed it out the glass a little bit. That wasn't on purpose. Well, we'll get a towel and wipe that up. Let's go over here. Okay. They don't smell alike at all, y'all. Okay, so this is going to be something to look at, because already the Grants and the Chivas Regal do not smell alike. But if you're paying $19 more per bottle, you would assume they're not going to smell alike. Although many times you would be tricked, fooled, dismayed, perplexed, and discombobulated. Okay. Okay, I'm taking a mental note there. It's kind of harsh grain. Okay, much. It's sort of like a candle wax. You say candle wax, right? I say sort of like, not literally like. Yeah. I get the impression that this is the Chivas. Chivas is just more doughy, bready. Probably got a higher ratio of single malt. Might be 25-75 blend. You know, it might be 25% single malts and only 75% grain spirits. This I do not know. I know it's aged 12 years, so the aging will probably help it. So does the 12 years help it? A 9-year difference, you figure in 9 years difference, because you figure the Grants is probably 3-year age minimum, maybe longer, but probably the youngest is 3, and then 12. The youngest whiskey in Chivas is 12. It seemed to help it a little bit. Is it an enormous difference? Not really. Is it a $19 a bottle difference? No, I wouldn't say so. I don't know if it is. Let's go with the taste. You say you're just trying to charge through all these brands, trying to get through each brand versus Grants. That's exactly the case. Your accusation is 100% accurate. I am trying to march through all the brands and do all the taste challenges. After that, we've got rum coming up. I'm going to do the Cruzan aged light rum versus all the other rums, you know, the silver rums. I have a feeling that Cruzan is going to do pretty darn well. The Cruzan Gold, aged gold rum, it didn't do too hot. Wasn't that good. But the aged light rum, that yellowish silver one, that's a winner from my initial perception of it. Okay, cheers to y'all. Let's check it out. We get Stout Sunday on John and Neil A's channel, Georgia Beer Reviews. I highly recommend you check it out. It was a lot of fun. Kind of kidding around a little bit. Or I should say I was kidding around a little bit. But we had some good to excellent products. The worst score was good. The best was outstanding, 98 out of 100. Very nice. Yeah, that'll get next to you, boy. Woo, woo. That's a jagged little pill there, boy. I'd fall head over feet on that. And I mean, I'd trip and fall head over feet because that thing is, it's kind of rough grain alcohol, man. I got one hand in my pocket and the other one's making a peace sign. I just don't think I could take too much of that. Here we go over here. All right. Cracker. I noticed that about Chivas Regal the first time I tried it. It's got like a cracker note. You say cracker. Yeah, like an unsalted soda cracker. Doesn't make a lot of sense, but that's what I'm tasting. But I imagine that's coming from the bread dough, meaning coming from the single malt. Is it particularly smoky? No, it isn't. In fact, it isn't even objectively smoky. It isn't smoky. If you want a rich, smoky scotch, don't buy Chivas Regal 12-year. Peaty. I wouldn't say it's particularly peaty either. There's a slight little glimmer of it. Ronnie S says, hello, Ron. Hey, Ronnie S, one of my moderators. Thanks for watching this. There's a glimmer of peat, but just a glimmer. They both have a strong alcohol burn. Now, I drank an 11% Dragon's Milk earlier, 12 ounces. That was hour and going on 2 hours. So yeah, it's worn off. But now with these two whiskeys, but it's not too bad. Do these taste alike? No, they do not. I hope you're enjoying your day. I missed out Sunday. I'll catch the replay. Yes, I am enjoying my day so far. I have to go get some lunch, you know. Had grits and corned beef hash mixed together for breakfast. And a few crackers with Vienna sausage. I didn't eat too much. Should I be drinking this whiskey without eating too much? No, I don't believe I should be. I need to eat a good solid lunch because I could probably gain a pound, 0.4, be at 145.0, be the best weight for me. I weighed myself this morning, it was 143.6. But like I said, it's about a pound, 0.4 underweight. If one should call it underweight. If you check the body mass scale, it would be average. Low average, but average, you know. Be good. Be good. My blood pressure, last time I checked, was in the ideal range. Can't complain. By golly, I thought I just detected smoke. That can't be right, can it? Nah, it's just cereal grain. I'm telling you, boy, Grant's. That'll get a seizure on you, boy. If Grant's was the only whiskey they had available, you know the answer to that question, I wouldn't drink whiskey. No way, Jack. I weigh 185. I would like to get to 175. It's possible. I lost 32 pounds. Took a lot of work, discipline, you know. I was getting chubby. Like my neck was I couldn't button my shirt. My stomach was sticking out. I was like, nah, I don't really want to go there. So I just shed 32 pounds. It took a while. It took a lot of discipline. I feel a lot better now losing those 32 pounds. I'm going to tell you the truth. I feel a lot better. I feel lean, mean, like a lean, mean whiskey tasting machine. You know what I mean? I love grits. I do love Quaker grits. I bought the Walmart brand. The Great Value is probably made by Quaker. That's why it tastes suspiciously identical, except it's a lot cheaper. Okay. I mean, granted, I'm just joking. It's not too good. I wouldn't pay $15.99. I wouldn't even pay $6.49 because I could get Highland Mist. Highland Mist is $6.49 for a regular size bottle, and that tastes better. So, and believe me, Highland Mist ain't that good. It's kind of acceptable. I went to Total Wine and More yesterday. The new Total Wine and More. Yeah, they got a lot of stuff in there, but I don't want to say too much. That's all I'm gonna say. They got a lot of stuff in there. Leave it at that. I bought some stuff. Nothing remarkable. Let's see. Man, the Chivas Regal has way more bread dough, single malt flavor. They really bury the harsh grain alcohol flavor under the single malt. When you drink Chivas Regal on its own, it doesn't taste that great. When you put it in competition, it doesn't really do that well. But then when you bring it into something like this, it shines. You know, it's like, wow, Chivas Regal has so much. Actually, it doesn't really have that much. It just has so much in a relative sense. I mean, that grain and whiskey starting to come through now. Wow, kind of rough cut, but it's like chewing on a breadstick. I don't mean a flavored garlic breadstick or sesame seed breadstick, but drinking Chivas Regal is like chewing on a breadstick. You say, "Oh wow, that's really exciting." I know it's not exciting. Chewing on a breadstick is not exciting. It just is something you do when you're in an Italian restaurant. You know what I'm saying? I'm not too keen on either one of these, to tell you the truth. If you say, well, when would you ever want to drink Chivas Regal or Grants again in your life? The answer would be, I wouldn't want to drink them again in my life. I'm obviously going to, because I've got this much Chivas left. Pretty good amount. Not a huge amount, but that's a good, 10 taste challenges? Maybe 8. Grants, 20 taste challenges. Any flavored malt beverages today? No, I don't believe so. Ever had Canadian with Mist? Oh yes, Burley. I've done many Canadian Mist videos. I don't drink it anymore because I ran out. Sazerac bought Canadian a few months ago, about a month ago, from Brown Foreman. Oh, but anyway, and they also bought Collingwood, which is sort of like the upper echelon Canadian Mist offerings. They also bought the whole distillery over there in Collingwood, Ontario. Ever had? Do you have any cognac or Armagnac? Says GF Killer. Cognac, yes. I have some Martel in the cabinet, and I have. Well, I guess Martel's the only one I've got. I got Martel, and then I got that Saint Louis French brandy, which is like cognac, but it's not made in Cognac, France, so they can't call it cognac. And I've got the Corbel brandy. And something's telling me there's one more brandy I have that I'm overlooking in my head. Can't think of it. Cognac. It's a cognac. I don't know. They had a pretty decent selection of cognac and brandy over there. Total Wine. A lot of it was like inexpensive stuff, though. And they were putting it way up on the shelf, like Banker's Note. I said, Banker's Note? Oh, boy. And Fleischmann's brandy. I was like, Fleischmann's, okay. Mr. Boston. I said, well, I see what their game is. I'm not against their game, but that's a lot of overhead. That's a big building. There's going to be a lot of overhead. I don't know. That's another story. Louisiana got liquor stores on every street corner. Every gas station and grocery store sells liquor. So Total Wine is a liquor-only store, beer, wine, and liquor-only store. I don't know, man. May not make it here, but if they do, I mean, I wish them the best, I guess. Do I intend to go back? Oh, sure, I'll go back. Why not? Wasn't even that crowded. It was crowded. Wasn't that crowded. I parked easily. No problem. Somebody I was talking to say, it's amazing. That place is amazing. I wasn't amazed, honestly. I was like minimally impressed, but in no way antagonistic toward it. I don't want people to take that the wrong way. But there's enough talk. I mean, enough jibber jabber. It's jibber jabber. It's so obvious which is which here. It's no contest. I mean, this is clear cut like the rest of them. Do you like Total Wine? I do like it to an extent. They had some good prices. Okay, good prices. That's introductory. I know it's not going to last. Overall, you can tell generally, in a general sense, their prices are no better or no worse than all the other ones. So that's where I'm saying I don't know how they're going to make it, you know. Here, talking about here, you got other states where you have to go to a liquor store to buy liquor. You know, you can't buy liquor at the gas station. All right, but here you can. You can buy liquor at the pharmacy, CVS pharmacy, Walgreens, those kind of places. Every gas station, every grocery store. So it's a different way of looking at it. It's a different market. Like Robert the Whiskey Scout was talking about off air. We have drive-through, or it might have been on air during Stout Sunday. We have drive-through daiquiri shops. He said, you know how y'all have those drive-through margarita places where they take the 40-ounce, like literally 40-ounce styrofoam cup and they put the straw in it and then they cover it with a piece of paper and claim it's a enclosed beverage. Can't have an open container, so they put the little piece of the straw on the top, say it's not an open container. But that's like a common wink wink nod nod thing in Louisiana drive-through daiquiri shops. No one would dare sip on it while they're driving home. You know they would not ever do that, or on a road trip. Ha ha ha. But I said, yeah, I'm well aware of those places. I've got 3 of them in my own town. Well, maybe 2 of them. New Orleans Daiquiris and Daiquiri and Company. But everywhere. All right. So Total Wine is not novel here. It's not new nor novel. So I don't know. I don't even care. I'll go. Total Wine is cool. Sometimes it gets a little dusty. I heard some other people commenting on that. You're not the first person that said this. I heard about, I think at least 2 other people remarked that they went into Total Wine and it was covered with dust, like all the bottles. Well, in my opinion, that's a bad sign. That means a lot of products are not moving. Where would the dust accumulation come from? Secondly, that means they're not going in there and dusting it with a feather duster. If there's a enormous amount of bulk on the shelves, it's not selling particularly fast. It's accumulating dust. I don't know. That sounds like a lot of sound like you're sitting on a lot of product, the way I see it. And I've had other people comment to me that they've been to Total Wine and they have enormous amounts of outdated beer. That's not the case here because this place just opened 2 weeks ago. So here, no, it's not out of date. But like in California, I think that's where it started. People out in California send me messages all day long, comments saying, man, I went to Total Wine. I got this, it was out of date. I got that, it was out of date. I got this, it was out of date. And so on. Caked with dust. I thought, that's a real bad sign. You know, I mean, that's not a good thing. Another thing I noticed about that place, like half the products are private label, like stuff you never see in any other store, like off the wall names for beer, wine, and liquor. Well, not beer, but wine and liquor. And it's something about the labels. They always scream private label. Same thing with Trader Joe's. If you go in there, you can just look at their wine and their beer and liquor. They try to like look like a regular brand, but you could just tell. You say, that ain't a regular brand. It's one of those house brands. You know, they sell it. I mean, it might be made by Sazerac. Like I noticed a lot of the products that Trader Joe's had, like this rum and a million other things. I'm like looking at it, you know, I'm like they were teasing me on Stout Sunday saying I was the beer detective. But in a way, I am kind of like a detective, you know, I'm like looking, you know, nobody else is looking at that. I'm in there looking at it, I'm thinking, whoa, you know, IWA Distilling. Somebody said that stands for International Wine Associates. But I know that's Sazerac. I said, I know what's going on around here. They're just getting all this stuff from Sazerac, coming up with any kind of crazy name Edrington Scotch, Ellington. That's what it is. Ellington Scotch, Ellington rum. I said, who ever heard of Ellington? I ain't never heard of that brand. Of course, I never heard of it because it don't exist except in Total Wine. You know, I wasn't born last week. Like Trader Jose, yeah. But it's all. I just think it's not gonna. All right, enough of that. I'm about to call this. You got to be careful with the dates too. You're not the first person who said that. What did you grade your stout today? Not too high, 85. Tasted like a flavored, you know what, beer. And John Anile was shaking his head like, oh, you're doing terrible. You're doing terrible. I'll say, well, you gave me the bottle, but I'm not just waking up every morning running around the house looking to drink a stout flavor of marshmallows and chocolate. Is this what we've come? This is what we've become, like Michelle Pfeiffer said in that 1983 movie. What did Michelle Pfeiffer say? She said, look what we've become. This is what we've become. We have craft beers that are flavored with marshmallows and chocolate. We're not winning, Tony. We're losing. We're losers. And I'm thinking, this is so apropos today. You're running out paying $12, $13 for a 4-pack of beer flavored with marshmallows, and you say you're winning. I mean, well, just go buy Swiss Miss, you know? I mean, enough's enough. Been my boss, you know, so I just, it's a sad thing, you know. I may as well just say Joni Loves Chachi is like classic television. You know, that this is the level at which we exist now. We've got stouts flavored with marshmallow, and we're bragging on it. Yeah, I bought a private name single malt scotch from Total Wine. I was not impressed. Trader Jose, yeah, Scarface. Yeah, Scarface. Scarface has like a lot of little lessons in it. Like little lessons you can apply to everyday life, right? Like what I'm saying, we're not winning. When you are running out to get your debit or credit card out and you want to go impress your friends and family because you have a stout flavor with marshmallows, when I started doing beer reviews in 2010, if you would have said to somebody, hey, y'all, I got your flavor with marshmallows, you'd have been laughed out of the room. People would have said, what? This is craft beer, man. This is not, this is not Battleship. This is not Mousetrap. This is not Light Bright. You know, what is this? This is serious. You know, you over here playing Light Bright. We trying to drink good beer. Now, people say, ooh, I paid $18.99 for a bomber of beer flavored with knee-high soda and cloves and kippers from a can. I'll say, oh, well. Anyway, okay, Chivas Regal wins easily. Had better win easily. I paid $35 a bottle. So no shock, no big deal, no shock. Chivas Regal ain't even that good. It's okay. It gets a 90. Okay, it gets a 90. Big deal. I paid $35 for what, a 90? That means it's 90% good, but there's 10% problems. Hey, look. I could pay $12.99 and get that. So that don't take that the wrong way. That's not that impressive. It's kind of sad in a way. Grants is winning in no way. It doesn't win. It just loses. Sorry, Grants, but no. I'll just buy some great value cereal, breakfast cereal for $3.99, one of the huge boxes, family size, and I'll get about the same harsh grain presentation. Nah, sorry, Grants, you just lose. About the only thing you do is lose, babe. Oh yeah, I forgot to look at the label. That is so woo, not smooth. Haha. That label did not say Grants. What did I do? Pour it in the wrong thing? Maybe. Can't be right. I screwed up. I did the dragon's milk. This can't be. I can smell it. I can smell the difference. I'm picking up that like sort of caramelized sugar thing. I got to take a little bit more. I'm not doing this because of like I need to go to a 12-step. I just think I was careless. Grace Slick, famous rock and roll singer who wrote White Rabbit, you know, the Lewis Carroll song with the double entendre meaning. She said, well, after she got in trouble with the cops, you know, pulling a shotgun on the cops because you're like dead to rights drunk. She said, well, I like going to AA because everybody was like cool over there. You know, they were all like not treating me like a rock star. They were just like regular old people. It was just like just regular old me at the AA meeting, you know. And she said it was really interesting. She said I would always volunteer to serve the coffee. I'd say, no, I'll serve coffee. She said then I'd fill it half with brandy. And they couldn't tell it was brown, you know, with the coffee. And I would drink it 50% coffee, 50% brandy. She said that I don't think they ever got wise to what I was doing, or at least she didn't think they would. It was a comical story, you know. But anyway, yeah. I got so big on stories about the oh yeah. Sorry, I got the labels mixed up. Nah, the Grants is like you never mistake it. It's like well, you know how sometimes you like to get sandpaper and rub it on your face or roll around in tacks like Fire Marshal Bill. That's Grants. You got to be careful with the dates too. Yeah. Okay. What did you grade your stout today? Oh yeah, I already talked about that. Oh, Robert Hendricks, the Whiskey Scout's in the house. Yeah, I bought a private name. Oh, he was the one who said that. Okay, Trader Joe's, Trader Jose, Scarface. I get some Yoo-hoo and add some liquor. That's about what you should do. That stout sounds like a pig that doesn't fly straight. You know what a hossa is, Frank? That's a pig that don't fly right. What are you talking about, Tony? You know what I'm talking about. Okay, I made a little money on the side, but I never turned on you. No. Do you think your channel will take a more liquor-centric approach in the future? No, I don't think so. Cheers, drinking Jack Daniels, but I agree about the flavor of craft beer, says Hector Lopez. Oh, Hector, if you want to get to know me, you need to start doing business with me and stop around, Hector. Seeing these results coming, says Robert. Yeah. Careful, Ron. Whiskey Scout is here. Have I ever been to AA? No. But I know I know a guy that went to that, but he was mad. He went mad. Like literally, he went mad. He went crazy. He's still in the mental hospital, I think. Went totally crazy. Bubbles said, I like Chivas Regal 12, but I think it's overpriced for the taste. I agree. I've had some McClellans for 25 that I find is much better than what I get for the $35 bottle of Chivas 12. I would like to try the McClellans. Grant's is smoother when you're drinking a beer along with it. Yeah, right. I see that, you know. Oh, yeah, I'm sorry. I got it mixed up, but there's no mistaking it. That is so grain. Grants. I'm not over here bragging on Chivas Regal. I'm not even that. I don't even really like it that much. It's okay. I mean, if you get on the Chivas Regal website, they make the biggest production. Like, they have these videos, you know, it's all this music, hometown music, you know, that heartland music, like guitars, like. I've been working for Chivas Regal since I was 12 years old. I swept up the floors. I am the master distiller. When I think about Chivas Regal, I think about my country, I think about people, I think about equality, I think about helping the world, you know, and all of that. And then I'm like, okay, that's wonderful, you know, and it makes you like get choked up, so sentimental. And then they interview these other people. I've been a Cooper at Chivas Regal since 1973. My child works here, and my daughter works here. My grandson works here. It means a lot to our family, you know. And then I drank it. I'm like, yeah, but it ain't really that great, you know. It's okay. But remember, I'm still sticking with a 90. You say 90, that's 9 out of 10. That's like great. That's great. It isn't great. You can shoot an arrow through Walmart and you'll hit 6 out of 10 90s. That's not remarkable in 2020 to get a 90. You know. Anyway, well, sorry, Grants. What's coming up next? Tuesday, Thursday. Yeah. Tuesday could be a double up. Thursday could be a double up. I know what you're thinking. You just want to drink. You want to drink. Whatever. You know, I don't care what you say. I know what the schedule is. I wanted to agree with you because there's too many flavor beers, but I enjoy the taste of beer. I like the taste of beer. Flavor beers, I've had enough of those, you know. All right. So coming up. Oh, give me a break. That's a higher score than I gave it, a 90, right? Well, people say I'm too generous with scores. I probably am too generous with my scores with beer, wine, and liquor, but I just love drinking beer, wine, and liquor. So, you know, so, okay, well, I give too high of a score, you know, but I just like it, you know. Anyway, Buchanan's. This is going to kill Grant's. It's scary. That'll be a scary, very scary. Now, Chivas Regal clearly beat Grant's. You know, no big deal. Got beat. This is going to be bad. This will be a bad thing. It'll be like that video. She did a bad thing. This is going to be bad. It's going to be real bad. You want to waste a lot of time in your life? Watch that video. Tuesday. That's going to be bad. It's going to get worse. Well, yeah, it's going to get worse because I got Johnny Walker Red Label. Well, I mean, Johnny Walker Red Label is sort of on the level of Chivas Regal 12. It's a 3-year age. 3 years, that's it. 3 short years. but it's going to be a clear-cut victory. I'll tell you that now. I may as well do the videos all in one day. It's going to be that embarrassing. But the Johnny Walker Red Label is going to whip up on Grant's. It's going to be an ugly scene. And then the blue label, you say, don't even do that. Please don't embarrass your channel. You do not need to be doing Johnny Walker Blue Label versus Grant's. It's a total mismatch. It makes no sense. I mean, I realize that, but maybe I won't do it. Maybe I'll just realize that discretion is the better part of valor, and I won't do it. But I'm kind of tempted, but that's questionable. I might back out of it. And then the final throwdown will be Clan McGregor. Clan McGregor clearly stated 3-year age, 36 months, 3-year age statement. I think Clan McGregor is going to totally trounce Grant's. Trounce, like embarrass Grant's. And that's a sad thing because Grant's is, well, I guess it's a below premium Scotch whiskey, below premium, whereas Clan McGregor is a very obviously positioned value priced product. It's not even below premium. It's just cheap, like cut rate. But Clan McGregor is going to beat it. It's going to beat it very badly. That's my prediction. And if you watch, you'll see that I'm correct. Well, anyway, that'll be the end of the Scotch. And then we'll go into rum. Cruzan aged light rum. I was very shocked. I did the video. I had to reshoot it because the other one, well, anyway, it didn't come out too well. But I did the reshoot, and I thought, I said, now here's a rum that can really intrigue a person. The aged gold rum, well, that was junk. But the aged light, I thought, ooh, how is it going to stack up against Captain Morgan? I believe it's going to beat it. Bacardi Superior. Well, that might be a draw, which means a win because it's about $3 cheaper. Castillo Gold, be close. I mean Castillo White, silver, excuse me. Palo Viejo. Palo Viejo has been a fascinating product because, boy, I got that stuff cheap. Been on the market since 1906. I'll tell you one thing about Palo Viejo. I would be very reticent to go out there and start fronting on it and stunting on it. And you know what I'm saying? I'm just being silly, but saying too much about it because Palo Viejo can surprise you. It's by Barcelo Marcus. It flies under the radar, way under the radar. And, but, boy, you can find yourself tripped up. But I'm not going to because I've already dealt with Palo Viejo and I know what I'm dealing with. So when I do Palo Viejo versus, well, really anything, I'm going to be very careful, very careful. Okay, last comments and we're out of here. Lunchtime, yeah. Rocky Mountain Water, my favorite flavor of beer. Okay, it says scrub it. I know that. Maxwell says, hello again, Jay. Well, it's getting into the evening over there in Russia. Thank you, Maxwell. Robert says, it's not a competition. Your score reflects your view, which is different than mine. Right. You're right about that. How's the weather in Louisiana? Hot, humid, oppressive, unpleasant. I'm enjoying this taste challenge, says Ronnie. Thank you. I'm enjoying doing it. Bubbles says, I think you should do whatever taste challenges you want to do. I mean, I saw a video from Whiskey Tribe where a novice tasted Johnny Walker Blue, and then he did the red, and she liked the red better, especially for the price. Ooh, that's saying something. Hey there, Maxwell. Greetings, Maxwell says to Ronnie. And then I hope to see you join Fandango Friday again, says Ronnie to Maxwell. Yeah, I would like to see that too. Well, anyway, that's a wrap up. It's going on a long time. But Well, this was a little confusing, actually. But still, anyway, Grants loses again. And I was a little careless when I honestly didn't check the labels. And I know you could say you cheated, you lie, you just got it wrong. You don't. No, but I honestly did mix the labels up. I'm absent-minded and I'm scatterbrained, and I'll just be pouring talking about some highway that goes to Albuquerque in New Mexico, something like that. But yeah, Grants, man, that stuff is just not too good. What's for lunch? Well, we have a new priest at our church, and they're going to install him today. It's actually happening right now, and they're having a banquet for him after church, after mass. So I don't know, be something like jambalaya or a pastalaya, some inexpensive thing they're putting together with some cake, salad. Yeah, it'd be all right. Go check it out. I'm not gonna wear a t-shirt. I'll wear something nice. With slacks, nice shoes. You know how it works. It'd be about 30 minutes, and I'll come home, lay down, take a nap, and then it's on with the, let's say, on with the tasting. Sounds better. Thanks for the invitation, maybe. Yeah, anytime. Y'all, really, honestly, with any of y'all, anytime you want to join, just feel free. No problem. All right. Well, thanks for watching this long, drawn out thing, but it's kind of fun to talk about these things. People make comments, and then you say, oh, okay, extended commentary down the line with that thread of thinking, and then so on with the other one. So there's no real reason to rush it, because these kind of long videos, you only have like a little small niche crowd that watches them anyway. So, you haven't lost or gained a whole lot. All right, that's it. So, yeah, red label. That's going to be bad. That's going to be really bad. Don't even waste your time watching it. But I'm going to do it anyway. Thanks.